Hey guys, it's Nick, Scovel Motorsports. I wanted to show you guys a new product we've been working on. It's right here in this pallet back here. We got just a handful of them sent here right now. We got a ton more coming, and we would have had more here. We sold many of them already. It's the Fox steering stabilizer. We teamed up with Cognito Motorsports to help us take this to the finish line. You guys have seen we've been teasing a lot of this lately, and honestly, I could drop a video up here. It's been kind of almost like a year and a half that we've been working on this, and between just a lot of different things and us not having CNC machines. I mean, we're a dealer, we're not a manufacturer. Sending stuff back and forth. We'd actually originally, this is what we've been teasing, this billet bracket. Again, nobody makes something like this, at least not at this time. We've been working on a lot of variations and stuff and creating a lot of hype and talking about a lot of things, and it's caught a lot of attention from different dealers and manufacturers and whatnot. So many of you guys already know about this, and it took us a lot longer than we wanted to have it come out, but here it is, right? So I felt like some of that information was kind of needed for various reasons, but I'm super excited for it. Like, it's awesome. I don't have my truck to show you kind of behind me. This is our 2021 1500 Duramax, but this is going to be for the 2500 trucks. I have that truck kind of buried away right now. I was able to actually take it to the desert and test it out and everything again recently with the final bracket on there. But I've had that on and off my truck, testing it for about the last year. This stabilizer bracket, I'll kind of go over the Fox steering stabilizer, and the stabilizer bracket has many of the same benefits as some of the other Bilstein and Rancho shocks or stabilizers that we offer. But you doing it in a Fox shock, the Fox shock is just built far more robust, beefier. You know, it's made out of aluminum. It's going to do better on like wet, salty, snowy conditions and stuff, you know, being up underneath the chassis. So there's a lot of good things. And then it obviously matches your shocks, right? Like, we all can't ignore that fact that we all put like Fox shocks on our truck, and then we have to go put a different branded stabilizer on, or you ditch those Ranchos and can't stand them, and then you got to go throw a Rancho stabilizer on. So now you have a matching option. So that is a okay or decent part of what this is. But having that Fox stabilizer is awesome. Something that people ask me already. I already have a bracket. Whatever bracket you have, if it's not made for the Fox steering stabilizer, it's not going to fit. This stabilizer is a much bigger shock, and it's longer, at least the one that we came out with. So anyways, like I said, until the end of the summer, we're going to have these exclusively. Yes, they're going to be Cognito branded. This is going to be a Cognito part. We are only going to be able to buy it from us then. Now, in that time frame, we have these on sale for a really, really good deal, right? Look at the link below. I don't really want to say what that price is. Just click it. It's not a hidden thing, but these videos like this are going to be, they're going to be viewed for a really long time, and not just within this 30-day window. So if you're seeing this and you want one and you want the best price on it, jump on it now. When this becomes available to Cognito on their website and to their dealers and their customers, from their perspective, then there's going to be a whole different pricing structure that needs to be respected. But right now, while we have it, you guys are going to get the best deal you could ever get on one of these right now. So I would do it. We also have another thing where you can pair it with the PISC, which is the Pitman Idler Arm Support Kit. We designed it around that. Cognito worked with us on that to make sure that it clears it. My truck that I have right now has that as well. If you have aftermarket center links or steering, as long as it's in that OEM location, then you're totally fine. So if you guys have a different center link from Cognito or another brand, and it has the different tie rods and stuff on it, then you guys are going to be totally fine. This is going to work. If you have questions, put them down in the comments below, or shoot us an email, reach out to us. I mean, anything you guys want. So I want to show you guys this. Let's rip open that box. I want to show you guys what's kind of in the box, and we can kind of go over some of those details, but really it's just going to be the bracket, which again is not going to be this billet bracket. We might introduce this in the future. Let me know what you guys think, but it's going to be at a much higher price point for just the bracket, and it's not going to give you guys any additional, you know, it's kind of why we kind of kick the idea to the side. It's going to give you not much additional of really anything performance-wise. It would just be nice that you guys would be able to have a billet bracket with an aluminum shock, keeping the most minimal amount of metal underneath the truck for any rust or corrosion or any issues like that. So anyways, let's jump into it. I'm gonna crack open this pallet, tell you some of the benefits, and we'll jump over to a different thing that I filmed when we installed it on my truck, this final bracket, so you guys can see the install process is super simple and easy. Okay guys, so here it is. You're gonna be able to see here, it's a 210-91333. This is gonna be the part number that Cognito is gonna have. Again, for Cognito's dealers, customers, you're not gonna see this or be able to type this in or have access to this till later this summer, and at least for the next month when you guys drop down there. And this is gonna be, I say the next month, this is May 31st that I'm talking to you guys, Saturday, May 31st. So I would say end of June is pretty much about when our sale is gonna be over on this. So again, if you're curious on the pricing of it, these are gonna retail for $359.99. That's gonna be for the stabilizer, and that's gonna be for the bracket. And again, you need this bracket to run the stabilizer. You cannot put this one on another brand bracket that is not made for the Fox steering stabilizer specifically. Obviously with this hype and everything coming out, who knows at the time of making this video slash in the future what options may come out, but just keep in mind that this is something that we've been working on a long time, and I just want to make sure that you guys know that I've gotten asked before, can I buy just the stabilizer? You need that bracket, or a bracket made specifically for a Fox steering stabilizer. So some of the things I kind of want to go over and some of the sheets that we put together, right? So this is going to be for reduced feedback from the road through the steering wheel. So again, if you're going over like a speed bump or going down like a rocky road, you're going to notice your steering wheel is just kind of shaking going left and right. That is one of the things that I've enjoyed the most, especially taking my toy hauler down like dirt roads and stuff. A lot less fatigue, right? And again, these are first world problems, but it's nice to kind of get rid of that. And when you're getting rid of that vibration to your hand, you're also translating that vibration that has been coming from those tires through the steering system, those components like your joints, whether that's a radial joint or a ball joint that's on the steering setup. Radial is kind of more factory or with some of your other aftermarket tie rods, and then some with the whole center link is going to have like the ball joint style on there. Your pisc kit, like your Heims, your gearbox, everything's going to appreciate this. This is just going to prolong the steering life by getting rid of that shock that's out of there and that unnecessary movement. And again, we built it around the Pitman idler arm support kit that Cognito has and patented. So it does work with that, and we made sure that it had enough offset to clear it no matter what. So this didn't coincidentally work with it. We made sure that this was specifically made to where it was able to work with that. And on our website, we were going to pair it in a package with that Cognito Pitman idler arm support kit. So I think the last thing I kind of want to say on this point before we jump into some of the footage for the installs. When guys come to me and they say, what should I do for steering? Especially you guys with the new trucks or any of the trucks, 16 to newer, with real low mileage, and your steering's pretty much still good. Your Pitman, your idler arm, everything's still in good shape. Usually what I'm going to tell you guys is a pisc kit, right? Pitman idler arm support kit. It's called the pisc from Cognito, and then a steering stabilizer, really of your choice. I would say the Fox if you can. Anyways, we're gonna jump to some of the install. I'm gonna show you guys. It's a very easy install. In the instructions, it calls for 20 minutes. It's probably all of 20 minutes or less. If you have all the tools laid out and everything out of the box, then you probably cut that time in half. I mean, it's super easy. It's a really basic install to take on and off. And you can lay on your driveway. You don't have to put the truck up in the air. We did it for the video so we could show you guys, but you don't even have to jack this whole truck up. I would just say, obviously, put some chocks underneath it and be safe. But if your truck has like a lift or something on it and you can like a lift kit, and you could just slide underneath there, then just go for it. Let's see, what do we got inside?
Here's the bracket, super easy, slides right over. You see the hole that lines up here. So here's the crush sleeve that comes in the kit. Slide it through the existing hole right here. Goes in from the back side. Do the head on this side only because it's slightly shorter than the flange nut and you want as much room for the stabilizer to pass through. Put the flange nut on. You don't have to worry about Loctite or anything. This is a locking nut. And then tighten this one. I would imagine tighten this one first and you can tighten this one last. It's not gonna move. Make sure it's as low as it can possibly go on the factory bolt. So pull it all the way down, make sure it stays down while you're tightening. Got these tight. This is a 19 millimeter front and back, 24 millimeter wrench, 21 socket on the front. Make sure they're tight and everything, and then we're gonna go ahead and start putting the stabilizer in now. Here's the tapered pin. Here's the location it's going to be going into. This is the Cognito Extreme Duty Center Link, which it fits as well. Slides right through. The flange nut goes right on top. You'll tighten it, and then it has grooves for you to be able to hold it instead of grabbing it with vice grips or something like some that I've seen in the past. So on the rod end of the shock, there's going to be a sleeve in here. You're going to have to remove it. Leave this one in place. You don't have to remove that one, just the one on the rod end so it slips through on the bar pin. The end you remove the sleeve on goes right here. So on the end here, just so it goes in a little bit easier, I always put a little bit of grease on it. To manhandle it back. Push it up. It's gonna tighten this one, tighten the bolt. Again, they're 19s. Both sides. Don't have to go crazy on it. This one especially. It's on it tight, good to go. Time for a test drive. All right guys, just wanted to give you a view of it going crank to crank so you can see all of the areas, clearances, everything. So that's going left, all the way left. That's crank bottomed out, still room up here, no touching. All the room over here, good as well. Doesn't come close to the Heims. We're good for that. Same over here, no touching anywhere. That's locked out. Still good clearance on everything. No issues at all.